Hi everyone, this is Heather Lottinen from the Flourish Academy. This is episode 429. It's productivity week here at the FA. And did you see? Enrollment is open for our new course for productivity. It's a goal setting and time management for creatives, but it is open for a very limited time. In fact, just through the end of this week. So you'll definitely want to check that out. I'll post the link below. But I had asked in the FA community if anyone had questions regarding productivity, and I want to address some of those questions today. So one of the questions came from my friend Heather, and she said, "My biggest challenge is balance and guilt. I love photography and it makes my heart happy, but I am limited and cannot leave my job. In turn, I feel guilt with my family. I work hard on evenings to not do any work until my son goes to bed, but then I feel guilty about my husband. So last night I didn't touch the computer and my husband and I played card games and it was great. But then came the guilt for my client because I didn't finish their photos last evening. So my question is, how do you manage the emotions with time management?" Sorry for the long comment before the question, but I didn't exactly know what to call it and wasn't sure just saying emotions would make sense. And a lot of you liked her post, so I'm assuming that many people struggle with this issue of guilt. And guilt usually comes because you feel like you are not doing a good job in any particular area in your life. Now, in this case, Heather mentioned she felt guilty about her child, so she works hard not to take time away from him, but then she felt guilty about her husband and then about her client. But did you notice that Heather never felt guilty about how she was doing this to herself? So she felt poorly. And by the way, when I'm saying Heather, you understand I'm not speaking in the third person. That would be weird. This is my friend Heather. She's talking about balancing the guilt, working a full-time job, and how to manage all this. So she feels badly when she can't spend time with her husband. She feels badly if she can't spend time with her son. She feels badly if she can't get images to clients. But does she feel badly if she can't pursue something that fills her soul? And the answer is no, because she's put herself dead last on the very bottom. And this goes back to the old adage of you have to put on your own oxygen mask first before helping others. You are not good to anyone if you deprive yourself the things in life that you love. And if one of those is photography, then you owe it to your family, your clients, and yourself to fill your own soul. Otherwise, you'll just be miserable. And you might not say or think that you are resenting others because of this, but ultimately you will. You have to take care of yourself first. Now, we have to do that in a way that kind of harmonizes with our life, for sure. And if you are leaning one way too far or the other, that's when you start to feel guilty. So the key here is figuring out, okay, how much time should I be spending with my son, my husband, and my photography? And is there a way to schedule it? So is there a way to say, okay, one evening a week, I am going to work while my child is awake. And they're going to know that, Thursday nights are the nights that mom works on her photography. So your child goes with an aunt or an uncle or with their dad or does something different. And it's just set that way. So you don't have to feel guilty about it. It's just a known. Or maybe there's a night or two of the week where you say to your husband, I really need these nights to focus on my photography. So after the child goes to bed, then I'm going to work on that. But then you set date nights with your husband so that when you are spending time with your husband and or your child, it's quality time and you feel great about it. Because the problem here is that if you are neglecting your photography, whether it's a client or just the work that fills your soul, if you are neglecting that, you will not be present with your husband or your children because you'll be thinking about it. You'll be thinking, oh, I wish I could get this done, or I really want to work on this. Where if you knew that you had a schedule, these are the evenings I'm going to work on this, and I feel good about the progress I'm making, then you could be present with your children. So this comes down to quality time. I know there's this argument over quality versus quantity. Our kids need a lot of our time. I understand that, but sometimes there are things that we have to do So we have to make sure that the time we spend is quality time. So in this case, Heather, I would recommend that you establish a schedule, and I would write it out on paper, and I would make it very clear to your husband and your child, everyone that's impacted, that this is how you need things to go. And I am quite certain, based on what I know about you, that they will respect that and in fact appreciate it, because they'll know what's coming. It's the, oh, should I be working on this? Oh, I'm going this direction and my child wants me to read or play or do all of these things and I can't. If it's scheduled and it's explained and it's expected, then no one feels badly about it. And I do want to mention lastly, this guilt feeling, it's just not productive. It's okay to feel convicted that you want to do things well. Of course you want to be a good mom and a good wife, of course. That conviction is what drives you to do better. But I want to reframe this, and I don't want to use the word guilty because it's just not productive nor helpful for you to feel guilty or badly about what you are not doing. That really tends to focus on the negative, and I want you to focus on the positive. Here's what I'm doing well, here's how I'm going to approach it, and everybody is going to love it and be happy. Now, I don't know the exact answer for everyone, and guess what? You probably don't either, but you have to try something. Action produces clarity. So just try something. Take 1 week, next week, and say, this is how it's going to go. See how it goes. It could be an epic failure, in which case you'll learn, you'll change things around, and you'll do something differently the week after that. And you'll just keep iterating until you fall on the perfect schedule for you and your family. I always say in life, you either get the results that you want or the lessons that you need. So either you're going to map out the schedule and it's going to be perfect, but if it's not, good, because you'll get the lessons you need in order to make it perfect. But you have to take some kind of action, even if it's imperfect action, which a lot of times that's what I'm about. Imperfect action. I just do it so that I can get the feedback, make the changes, reiterate, refine, and then try again. If you have any questions regarding this, please let me know. Check out the goal setting, productivity, time management course. I know you will love it. I'll see you in the next video.